Hey, welcome back to the Desert Brew. I am Gene, and I am here with a new friend of mine. Very honored to meet you, Sonny Von Cleveland.
Indeed.
What a name.
Thank you. It's actually a pseudonym for my music career.
I love it. Wait, music. I saw you're an actor as well.
I am.
And a writer.
I am. I have many hats that I wear, and a photographer.
It's like a quadruple track. Sorry.
I throw all the darts at the dartboard, seeing which one's actually going to stick.
Well, I think they're sticking because your new book's out. I'll hold it up here. Amazing. Hey, White Boy.
Indeed.
First of all, love the name. Great name.
It came from the Muslim man who became my mentor. That was the first thing he said to me, and he said it a lot. Hey, White Boy, come talk to me. And I just thought it was a really fitting title.
Tell us about the book. Tell us, this is a book from the heart, man.
It is. So it's a memoir of my life and how I got to where I am through the experiences that I've had. I also have a mindset coaching company, and I do a lot of mentor work with juveniles, and I'm a reentry coach in Los Angeles. And a goal of my life is to try to inspire people that might be in some type of situation where they can't get out of it. If they can't get over some emotional trauma or something that they've been through, I'm trying to leave this as a guidebook of how you can get past anything that you've been in your life. Maybe you find something in here relatable that you've gone through, and I don't do like the typical motivational books that you see where they tell you like, here's 5 steps, or here's 7 keys, or here's 3 magical words. I just put out my life and the experiences that I've had, and hope that someone can relate and say, well, the way he did that, I can try that too. And if it works for you, awesome. And if not, it's still just a touching story.
Yeah, it's your experiences, but it's also, where you found the strength and the knowledge to pull yourself, up and your work now. You've parlayed this into some amazing work. For example, bringing people back into society. I've seen that.
Yeah, the Ride Home program.
The Ride Home, and you have a nonprofit as well.
I do, the Von Cleveland Foundation, newly established, and it's meant to. So I'm a byproduct of mindset coaching. Even though my mentor wasn't a mindset coach per se, he was somebody that did the work, and he steered me in the direction of discovering the John C. Maxwells of the world and the Mark Sanborns of the world, and finding that material. I want to give that to people.
Nice.
And most people can't afford mindset coaches. The people that need it the most can't really afford mindset coaches. It's expensive.
Right.
So I figured, why not put together a foundation that we can raise funds to buy books and donate them, and to facilities like Martha's Kitchen, CVC, and then expand, or CBRM, and expand these things out to these places whose clientele are trying to better their lives. And a lot of these organizations offer jobs, career training, clothing, housing, but they don't really offer anything in the way of mindset coaching to empower people. A lot of people that have been through traumatic stuff in their life don't feel worthy of being successful. And there's some internal work that has to be done so that they know that they're worthy of the life they're trying to achieve. And so that's the goal of the nonprofit, is to inspire people, to put them in their position to live their best life.
We have to start with the fact that just your story inspires.
It's a rough one.
But it's a rough one, but
I think it speaks to the tenacity of the human spirit. We are capable of dealing with so much more than we think we are.
Right.
And when we're pushed to those limits, and we feel like I'm at rock bottom, and then things get worse. And then things get worse, and you realize rock bottom is a really long way away.
Yeah, rock bottom is when you're 6 feet under.
Right, and as long as you can breathe, you can always get up.
Right,
and
I love that.
I think we need, I'm a big fan of the Stoics, and Marcus Aurelius famously said, everything that goes into the fire becomes fuel for the fire. And so everything that we have in life, everything that happens to us, we get to choose which way we interpret that. We can interpret it as a loss, or we can interpret it as a lesson. And so when we look at these things, I have come to, and I'm a big fan of quotes, so forgive me for this, but Viktor Frankl said, suffering ceases to be suffering the moment it has a meaning. Nice. And that phrase really turned life around for me, because I looked at it, I've been a victim my whole life, victim of molestation, victim of violence. And I can either choose to be that victim and say, oh, my life has been so bad, I need help. Or I can see it as an opportunity to teach people, because I'm fine right now. I can breathe, I'm not hurting, I'm not in any pain. And if I can let things go, I can teach somebody. And so the suffering I've gone through now has a purpose. And it's no longer suffering, it's defining a legacy.
Someone watching this who's been victimized, hopefully it's past tense.
Sure.
What do they do to begin the journey?
Understand that nobody has a guidebook in life, right?
Okay.
We don't come here with a set guidebook that says this is how we do things.
Right.
Understand that the way we respond to things is what's going to determine how we feel. And if you've been victimized and something has happened to you, understand that it's not your fault. You didn't choose it, but you get to choose how you respond to it. And if we allow it to keep hurting us and we stay in that victimhood, it will spiral us for the rest of our lives. It blocks us from being happy, from being free. And the more we give that, we fuel that negative emotion, that pain or that trauma that we have, the more it will suck you down and the more it will keep you subjugated in that negative mindset. And your voice is your key. This is the one thing that we have that separates us from all the rest of the species on the planet. The more you talk about what's happened to you, not complain about it, but talk about it. Go through the motions of describing what you feel, describing what's happened, and tell people, you start to heal. Right? It's really hard to talk about it first, but the more you do it, it gets easier. And that's called healing. And the best part about it is that other people will hear you and might get inspired to talk about their trauma as well. So if you're being victimized or were victimized, talk about it. Tell people about it. Reach out to a friend, reach out to somebody, start a blog, start a podcast, just start speaking about it. Have the courage to face that fear.
Even writing it, even journaling it, right? I mean, that's a start.
It is a start. And journaling is such a fantastic method of getting your emotion out. But there's something powerful about speaking. There's something powerful about
because you're heard.
You are heard and you're validated and people understand. And you can really invoke some empathy and caring from people.
Sonny, you are a good man.
Thank you.
You're an animal lover too, which just makes it even better. It's like ice cream. I mean, icing on the cake. So
I love animals.
You're a good man, and I'm blessed to have met you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.